Hi, welcome to the show. The subject for today is inflation. We're not going to deal with the technical definition, but we're going to deal with a couple of factors that affect you and I as ordinary Americans. We're going to look at the cause, we're going to look at what perhaps we can do about it, and that's going to be our focus today. How did we get there? Here we are, 2023, and most of us are spending another $100 a week for groceries, for gasoline, for heating our homes, and that's a pretty severe penalty for the average American family that makes about $75,000 a year. So certainly it is insidious, it's a tax, and it's bad news. Inflation is bad news. There's just no other way to describe it. So how did we get here? Well, spending too much money is one way to get to inflation. It works every time. And certainly the federal government has spent trillions, we know, in the last several years. We were warned that it would be inflationary. The economists predicted it, and it's happened. It's here, it's upon us, and it's affecting our prosperity. The other issue dealing with too much spending is the green energy campaign, the war on fossil fuels, for example, is a big contributor. Energy is, affordable energy primarily, is one of the basics of a modern day society. Food, clothing, shelter, affordable energy. Fossil fuels have created the greatest standard of living in the world right here in the United States of America in the last 100 years. So the war on fossil fuels is not going away. It's getting worse. In New York State, where I live, we're talking about doing away, the government's talking about doing away with gas for new buildings, gas ranges, just a lot of real crazy stuff. I happen to heat my home with natural gas, and I think I'm one of the 80% in New York State. Natural gas, obviously, is a very clean fuel. It's abundant. We have more natural gas in this country, I think, than any other country on earth. Imagine that. The United States of America, we were energy independent, but our current president decided that he wanted to change that. He wanted to do away with that fact, which he did, and now it's a major contributor to inflation. There doesn't seem to be a real strong desire by our federal government for rectifying the situation. I have not received a letter, perhaps you have, from the president apologizing for that $100 a week contribution to inflation and the green energy campaign, but I haven't received mine yet, and I don't expect to, frankly. Sometimes inflation in this country, the last time we had a 9% inflation, it lasted 10 years. So this can be a real, serious, long-term situation. And it strikes me that Washington doesn't care if you and I have to divvy up or pony up another $100 a week for the next 4 or 5 years. And by the way, we all want solar panels, windmills. We all want that cheap energy. But guess what? It ain't here. And nobody is telling us when it will be here. What they are saying to us is, well, by 2030, by 2040, by 2050, we want to be rid of fossil fuels. But there's no guarantee, is there? And today, we need fossil fuels. Inflation is bad news. It's bad news for the average American, and we have to speak up. That's what we can do. If we don't speak up, they won't care. They'll take, the political class will take that as a sign that we don't mind the $100 a week that we have to throw down the drain to buy what we bought last year. Thank you for watching. Click that bell, subscribe today to join the movement.